In a world where everything is instant, insta-pay, instant this, instant that, we sometimes feel like money is also instant. How many people want to be a billionaire overnight and they think it happens instantly? One of the icons in the Philippines whom we know, the richest man in the Philippines who passed away just last year, this man worked hard. And we know his story. Simpleng simula, but because of hard work, he's able to build an empire and became the richest man in the Philippines. So that's an example maybe we should look to. Yan ang papag-usapan natin ngayon. Hard work. I'm Edric Mendoza. Welcome to Fundamentals. So, if we want to embrace hard work in the way we make money, here's one of the principles I want to give you. Bakit ba importante ito? Alam mo, maraming tao ngayon are pushing and hustling and doing so many things. But the reality is, we need to be careful in the things that we're doing so that we do not disrupt the golden goose. Ano ba yung golden goose? Si Chinky Tan po, I remember him sharing this to me and sharing this to other people. He talked about the golden goose principle. Ang kwento ng golden goose is there is this magical goose that provides golden eggs, and it became the livelihood and the source of money and provision for the people back when the story was written. But how does that apply today? It's the same for us. We want to ask ourselves, sa lahat ng mga ginagawa natin that give us income, look at all of these things and ask yourself, alin ba dito ang golden goose? Which of these items provides you the most amount of income? And here's the principle that we learned and that I learned in the tip from Chinky Tan. He said, whatever that golden goose is, even if you're doing many things, do not threaten the golden goose. Halimbawa, meron kang ginagawang sideline. Your golden goose is your job that you're doing right now. And because of your sideline, puyat ka, pagod ka, you're not able to put good quality work to your main job. What's that gonna be? That might mean that A, you lose your job, or B, you don't go very far in your job. And that will jeopardize your golden goose. Kaya napaka-importante niyan. Ask yourself again, ano ba yung mga income source? What is the golden goose? And make sure that you do not threaten or endanger your golden goose. Okay, so pinapag-usapan natin ngayon is hard work and how many of us through this pandemic are trying to find ways to earn, right? And if we want to be able to earn well, we want to look at the principle we looked at on Golden Goose, making sure you're able to focus on that main thing. And next, many of us might be over enamored by the word hard work, when the reality is, the essence of this is not just putting in the hours. It is about how much quality are in the hours you actually put. So, what does that look like? May kwento, there was a manufacturing facility that produced soap. And customers started to complain na bumibili silang soap, kahon lang, walang laman na sabon. No soap, just a box. So, the company spent millions of dollars creating an upgrade to their facility. They created laser sensors, all of these things, millions of dollars. The executives were so happy they were launching the facility. And on the day of the launch, as everybody was cutting the ribbon, suddenly, they saw a simple factory worker on the assembly line where the boxes were coming out and meron siyang electric fan blowing away the empty boxes. Millions of dollars and effort. Simple. The point is this. Hard work is different from smart work. And what we want to be able to do, even as we figure out the income and the way you're now working today, is you want to have smart work. Smart work is not just putting in the hours, but it is the quality that you put into those hours. So baka ang iba sa inyo, you're there the whole day, but you're not really getting things done. And maybe you're not able to step back and think through the quality of your work. Or maybe, just like what we said earlier, you're doing so many things that you're so stretched that the main thing you're supposed to be doing, that golden goose, is suffering. The quality is not there. If that is the case, then maybe you're working hard, but you're not working smart. So we need to be able to ask ourselves, are we working smart? That is what will help you earn better and help change things maybe even through this pandemic period. We're talking about how important it is to work hard. Hard work is so important. We've looked at the Golden Goose principle. We've looked at working hard, versus working smart, which is more important, right? We might get stuck on just hustling when we're not thinking through what we're supposed to do. So, paano tayo magko-close? Here's what I suggest to do. Ito ang tanong. Even as I focus on working smart, and I know what my golden goose is, Edric, is there a way so that my golden goose can produce more golden eggs? I have an answer for you. What are you doing with your extra time? Sabi sa akin ni Wilson Lee Flores, who I got to interview years ago, ang sabi niya, when he studied the lives of successful tycoons who've done well in the area of money versus those that struggle, one of the factors he noticed is these people who do well spend most of their extra time educating and continuing to develop themselves versus just entertaining themselves. Nothing wrong with a few games here and there, entertaining, watching some Netflix o kung ano man ang luho ninyo or things that you like to enjoy. But we want to ask ourselves, are we spending this time to also develop ourselves? And I want to challenge you to spend more of that time developing yourselves. Bakit? Ang sabi ko kanina, di ba? The world is all about instant. And this is what could actually destroy all of the working hard that you are doing. So instead of going into instant gratification and indulging ourselves, we might want to ask ourselves, maybe it's time to do something different. And now start actually developing ourselves even in that time so that as we pursue the golden goose, as we work smart, not just work hard, we will begin to see the gains of all of these things that we are doing. So in a world where it's insta, which is what we opened up with kanina, diba? How do we change things? You know, the problem with that is as we think that way, we could be using this extra time and just indulging ourselves and maybe numbing our minds from all the problems. But if we truly want to see the benefits of hard work, we want to be able to apply that principle and say, okay, even in this time, I will find ways to develop myself, to grow, to build on my own skill sets so that as I do that, the golden goose can produce more golden eggs. Salamat po. We've been hearing you. We've been seeing all of the different interactions you've been doing on our site. And so we want to let you know we are so grateful and inspired by your stories. So ito pong gagawin namin. We're going to be launching something new under Fundamentals. We're going to be having a webinar series to be able to go deeper into these topics. At para makapag-engage kami, we can actually go live and talk about these things even as you learn and we learn together. If you want more stuff on money matters, life-changing stories, or inspiring content, subscribe and like Plus Network's YouTube channel.